Hey guys, welcome to the Q&A session for the Atlanta Overwatch team. Glad you all could be here. I'm sure we'll be answering questions, and then after, if you want to get pictures of us or get us to sign more stuff, we'll be happy to do it.
Let's go.
Who's going first?
She already went.
That's true. Shit.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, hello.
Do we have any question?
Over there?
You there? We're all from different countries in the world, and we all live in Los Angeles right now. We have a team house in Los Angeles, and the plan is, the plan of the league is to move every team out to their home city in next year, in the next season. So we will be in Atlanta in the next season.
Adding to that question, Gator has lived in Georgia, and he's the only player that is from here. Oh, he's not from here, but he lived here for like 2 years. Go ahead.
So, is this a challenge for every team? Sometimes it's been a challenge for, I think, Atlanta some, but just in general, what are you guys doing to try to just kind of become more chill and just kind of keep a more level head throughout an entire game? Because, whenever I've played anything, it gets really emotional, and some teams are really, really good about using that to empower their gameplay, but ultimately sometimes that can lead to a lot of problems, and that's why sometimes teams lose games. So what are you guys doing to try to be really level-headed throughout an entire game and just not get tilted?
That's a good
No,
question.
it's like you just play every day and make it like a default routine. So you grind every day, be focused, go to gym, chill your time. Just don't overload yourself. That's the main thing. Don't burn out, to don't tilt. And if there's like a very good atmosphere in the team, it's like the best thing. What can help to each other play better. Yeah.
Yeah, as Lair said, I think it's important that everyone knows, even if they make a mistake, it's fine, we keep playing. What we as a coaching staff try to do is make the match as much of a scrim as possible, so it feels like everyday practice. And then if we feel like people are getting panicky, or we try to do breathing exercises between map 1 and map 2, so they all calm down, they are on schedule again and online. Really good question. Thank you.
There's a question.
Um,
Could you repeat the question?
I heard her. She asked. Okay.
Okay.
She asked, what? Wait, did you hear? Oh yeah.
She-
Why did we start playing Overwatch as the game that we choose to go pro in?
For me, it just was like, I saw the game on Twitch. I watched Steel TV, I think. That was back in the day, 2 years ago. And back in the days, that's for me back in the days. And I really enjoyed, I really like the game design, and I like shooters. I like shooters a lot. I played CS:GO before, and I just caught interest in the game, and then I kept playing, and I got good at the game, and I kept getting better, and so I just wanted to go pro.
So before Overwatch, I became really big into League of Legends, and I played that for a few years, but the game burned me out, so I was looking for a new game. And then I saw Overwatch, like Kodak, on Twitch. Started playing the game, grinding my way up. In season 6, I started playing contenders. And then after that, I became a coach the next season. And that's how I got here.
Yeah, I just play shooters all my life. So it's like after CS:GO, I was thinking like in what game I can go, and I saw like announced about Overwatch. Uh, there's like already were closed beta test, but I wasn't able to play there. So I started to play from open beta test, and I like this game. Like Codex said, game design, everything cool. It's like it's mobility, heroes, it's cool.
I guess since like the current meta is right now goats and sometimes bunker comp, how are you enjoying to live and die as a team, or do you prefer something to roll queue, or should that stay in like competitive online versus OWL?
I already said like in the previous Q&A that I think Rollock would help the state of Overwatch right now, because like Goats is kind of boring right now and nobody really wants Goats. Goats been there for too long in my opinion, and a Rollock would kind of destroy the Goats comp at least, and 2-2 is like, I think it's more fun to like play, but for a spectator, for like beginners, it might be more harder to understand. So I don't know, like there's like pro and cons for like Goats meta and non-Goats meta, so yeah.
Yeah, whenever there's a meta that's been going for a really long time, like GOATS has been now, people want change. I think it's really important for Blizzard to keep freshening up the game. I don't know if roll 222 lock would be the play, but I also wouldn't know a better solution to the problem. So it might have to be a necessary evil. I do think that if they do it though, it should both be in Overwatch League and in Ranked through the entire game, because I think it's really important to have the viewers play the same game as the pros are playing.
Yeah, Ghosts right now is boring, so. So it's like nothing to say, like Kodak and Kazoris already said. I just hope Blizzard will make like changes for other heroes. I mean, like in total, because there's like a lot of heroes, and I want to play every hero playable in competitive level. So yeah, I hope for this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. So like, what's the, we're not, okay. So what's the process for when you have an opponent, for the coaches? Like, what's your process in kind of prepping the strats for? Like, do you have like just a playbook of strats that you usually use, or like, how much time do you guys spend like researching the team when it's coming up? Because I know you guys scrim all the time, but teams are different in matches than they are in scrims oftentimes. So, like, what's that process like?
So specifically for the coaching side, it's very important to look at what the opponent is, what kind of match it is, because you have 2 matches most of every weekend. So you have to prioritize who you want to prepare for, why you want to prepare for them. What we do for most opponents is look at their games, right? Look at their tendencies, and then figure out how much we want to adjust our play to their play, or keep it the same way, and figure out that our play is just better. And a lot of that also goes on in the match against them, right? Like, do we have to swap it up? Do we not?
Yeah, sometimes you need to force your game style. Sometimes you need to play like under enemy. Just like don't overforce their game style, because sometimes it's like if you're trying to play under their speed power, I don't know like how to say right, like speed game, it's getting hard. But yeah, we just watch VOD of games, like the main thing.
Yes. I think everything has been said already.
Do you guys have a favorite team bonding moment?
Probably go kart, or paintball adventure. Yeah, paintball adventure was good. It was really fun and it hurt a lot, but like it helped us bond. You know, it was a nice activity for the team.
One time we went Korean barbecuing with the entire team, and the friend was trying to challenge all the players to like eat green peppers. So almost everyone ate green peppers, and some were good against spice and some were not, and that was really funny.
Yeah, the most funny thing for me was that it was karting. I don't know why. Because paintball, it hurted me, especially my fingers. So yeah, it's like here. So yeah, but I like it. Activity. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello. I wanted to ask how y'all prepped for NYXL. Did you prep differently for them because they were undefeated, or did you just do your regular routine?
We did our regular routine. We just like for every other match, we prepare for the enemy, and I think what really made the change is that we really needed the wins, and they were undefeated. You know, so like the motivation really spiked up because like everybody wants to beat New York. So like I think everybody played to their maximum, level, and that made us win at the end. And we forced our game on them, and not the other way around.
I think the biggest thing we did against NYXL that we did really well is we decided the tempo on them. We made the plays with the ults, and they were like slower to react. And I think in Overwatch, if you are the team that moves the fastest and makes the decisions the fastest, you will win the game.
Yeah, I think the main thing it was like everyone was mentally ready. So yeah.
Also, are you guys aware how much support you have like here in Atlanta and also like around the world?
It's crazy. It's crazy. We love Atlanta. Thank you guys. You're amazing.
We all love you so much and we support you a lot. So thank you.
We're really thankful for all the support you guys give us.
Hello. Okay, so for anyone who keeps track of the general hero release schedule, then you're probably aware that we're going to get a new hero this summer. And probably in July, unless they're really going to shake things up. Jeff kind of hinted that they might shake something up. But for you guys, what kind of hero are you hoping is the next hero?
So
That's a hard one. I mean, I think just a goats killer. Like one hero that just destroys goats. If goats still matter. Exactly. Just destroy goats. We don't need that here.
yeah, I'm obviously not a game designer, so the way I would go about it is goats came up like a year ago. So they would be able to implement a character that would kill goats. If I were to design one, I would do one that has ramping damage. Like the more you shoot a target, the more damage you do. And that way you become kind of a tank killer. But I wouldn't know if that would work in Overwatch, if it would just make 4 DPS too viable, that kind of stuff.
I hope next hero will be Hitscan.
Too low range.
That will require high skill cap. Yeah.
I do want to point out that Brigitte was created to counter dive, so any hero that's God, this is awful. Any hero that's created to counter a meta is probably going to create a new one. So just want to point that out.
Very fair. Just don't give it as many stuns.
I had a quick question with the talent versus practice argument that a lot of people have. Would you all say that you have, a little bit of natural talent with a lot of practice, or a lot of natural talent on top of a lot of practice to get you all to the pros, or just a combination, or does one kind of outbalance the other?
I think it's a combination for me. I don't think I don't think I'm huge naturally gifted, if you can say it like that. But there are also, of course, people who work harder than me, and that all comes together. That's why they're better than me right now. And for that to happen, for me to come out top, I need to practice way harder.
Yeah, I think if you cannot get in Overwatch League without some sort of natural talent. I think you have to have a knack for the game and an instinct. But I do think the players that work the hardest are much better than players that just have talent and no work.
I'm just trying to avoid my free time and play all day.
What's been your guys' favorite part of visiting Atlanta so far?
MomoCon.
Yeah, we haven't seen that much of Atlanta yet because before the homestands, we plan to come 5 days early to check out all of Atlanta with the whole team. So we have basically secluded ourselves to MomoCon and a bit behind it and around it. We've been to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That was cool, but we haven't been inside it, of course. But I know that before we get to the homestand games, we get 1 week of just exploring Atlanta and we'll see everything.
Only one place where I was, it was like MomoCon here and the amazing people. That's what good and really cool.
Nice.
Go to Iron Age when you're here. If you like Korean barbecue, Iron Age.
The place to go.
Or the varsity. The varsity's really good. Well, I mean, I guess.
I heard it's overrated.
Yeah, that's about right.
Don't do this.
It's kind of a staple, so you have to. So I was wondering, what has been your favorite meta to play so far?
Can you repeat the question?
What has been your favorite meta to play in so far?
Dive.
Mm,
And then we got Brigitte.
I think the double sniper meta was the most fun for me, at least. Like full dive meta is not nice for flex support. It's kind of frustrating.
I think as a coach, you can have a ton of impact in GOATs because it's more team play and you have to set up combos and it's less about individual skill. So I feel like I can have a really big impact in this meta. So I think GOATs for me has been the one where I can have most impact. Playing myself, I really like the Mercy Devil Sniper meta, just like Kodak. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for your question.
Hi. So, how do you guys prevent burnout from happening with all the practice that you guys do?
You just can't play the game 24/7. Like you need to have like a hobby besides gaming. You know, like going to the gym or just doing like exercising in general, something like that, or like I don't know, reading a book or something. Just like get away from the PC and like kind of get your mind reset.
I don't know. Yeah, I personally just used to it because like if you play every day stable, I think you're not getting burnout. So yeah, and especially when your friends, people near to you help you, motivates you, especially your friends, it's really cool.
Not everyone is Iron Man like Mr. No Burnout here. So I feel like most of my players, when they feel burned out or they feel tilted with Overwatch, they'll either step away from the game and play something physical, or they'll just play a different game and like get their mind off Overwatch for a bit.
Follow-up question to that. And do any of the Rain players play Destiny at all?
I actually started with Gator and Funny Astro a few weeks ago. But then I went back to Germany and I couldn't play anymore, so we might catch up later in the break again.
If you can get all the Rain players together, the raids are super fun for cooperative play.
Yeah, I played this.
I'll take your word.
Nice. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What map has your favorite visuals, like design-wise?
Kings Row. Yes. Kings Row is the best map in my opinion. Like I love that map.
I disagree. I like Lijiang Tower.
Now everyone will hate me because I say Anubis 2CP.
Oh my god. Bye bye.
So a lot of other people, when you guys lose a match, they talk about how the rain is inconsistent. Is when you guys lose, like, is there a reason, or is it just you guys are having a bad day, or you guys like what? People just say that you're really inconsistent sometimes, and
I mean, It's kind of true. Like, if you look at our results, like we win against New York and then we lose against Guangzhou Charge. But I think it's because we're a fresh team and like we need to build this foundation right now.
Yeah.
And we also have new players. Like we came in with new players in stage 2, so like that didn't help. So now we just need to build up everything. You know, the team play and the team aspect. And you know, like going further into the season, I think we're gonna be way more consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Kodak said, when you get new things into your team or get inconsistencies, that's when, you know, you haven't expanded your playbook yet because you haven't played enough with the new people, for example, Baby Bay. And bringing them in, it means that you have to like adapt to new situations where people have like different senses of what to do when. Because Baby Bay came from Shock, so Shock would do this, and then Lana Rain would do that, you know? So we're not on the same page. And then when new teams like Guangzhou throw Doomfist goats at us, you know, you panic because you have different playstyles to that from Baby Bay and from us.
Yeah, that's it.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Did you guys travel before Overwatch, and how does it feel to go to different countries and different states, and then possibly move to, you know, where you're located just for Overwatch, just for your team?
I did travel before Overwatch League. I traveled around Europe and Africa, but I never been to the States, so that was my first time in the States. I know like doing that because Overwatch League is like kind of nice, you know, kind of cool. And the traveling aspect is like, I think it's really nice for like, especially for the next season, because we're gonna travel a lot for like away games. And you know, I think it's cool to get around the whole world and see like different places.
Yeah, I agree with Kodak. I'd never been to America. I'd never been out of Europe before. So this was a big step for me, and coming in with all these guys in a house. And I think in LA, it's cool, you know, we have this big house. We get to Burbank every week and play in the same arena, but it's just not going to be the same as playing here and as playing at other home stands because you have such a big crowd and you really feel that esports is becoming really big and you can pull these huge crowds and everyone wants to cheer for you. That's an amazing feeling. Thank you for your question.
Yeah, it's like same my first time in the USA, and I've been traveling in Europe. So I really like travel. So it's not that hard, but flights getting hard for me when you're sitting like nothing to do. You know, it's pretty hard, and especially when time zones change. It's like a difference with Russia. I think it's like 10 hours, maybe, I don't know, something like this, or it's late. So it's like when you travel here, different time zone, you can sleep. Sometimes you know you have jet lag, and yeah, but I like it.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Hello. So my question is for Cass. Has there ever been a moment where, when you guys are like scrimming or practicing, where you felt like a certain player wasn't doing, I guess, what you needed them to do, that you would just like step in and play? Has that ever happened?
Step in and play. No, never. But there have, of course, been cases where I've given players feedback or they just do stuff that, you know, is not the plan. And the way you solve that is just sitting down with that player and being like, why did you do this? And then they're like, I did this because this and this. And then you just give them an alternate line of play instead of saying you're wrong, you know?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Kodak, I have a question for you. So, in Overwatch League, with a lot of teams have very high profile, very, very good people, you know, shot callers, a lot of, you know, really good DPS. Does Discord priority change with that information in mind as opposed to what you would normally use in like ladder?
Not really. I think you, like for Discords especially, like you kind of see different patterns from players. So like for example, Sinatra is like always going for off angles, and then like he's a good Discord target because he's off angled and like he gets a lot of pressure done from this side of the, like where he's shooting at, and like in the, like the angle is just good where it's like playing. So like it's a good priority, and you know discording him would be good for sure. Or like if you play Winston Goat for example, you want to discord the Zen for your Winston, so he like gets easy burst on him and you will kill him easily. Like it's just like, it all like depends on the enemy's playstyle, I think, and like the combo running.
All right, awesome.
So my real question, so I was wondering about your guys' like inspiration for just everything that you do in life to be, like so amazing. Is it something like family or something that's happened in your past and your life experience? Sorry, what's your inspirations?
My inspiration. I mean, just my dream, right? So like, that's my inspiration. I think I always loved to, like, I always wanted to be here, like, play the stage, and ever since I was, I don't know, maybe 13, 14 years old, when I started playing CSGO, I saw all the pros and I was like, wow, like, that's crazy, I want to do that. And then, like, I realized that I was good, and then, I wanted to be pro too, and that was my dream since back then.
Yeah, I think it's just a passion for a lot of our players, and for me especially. You start playing the game and you just fall in love with it. You notice you're really good, and then you get up and up. And I don't think I'm that amazing, because this is just like another job that follows my passion, and I love doing this.
Yeah, it's a bit the same like Kazor said, and my main inspiration is my goal: become the best, motivate other people, and tell my story, and just basically that's it.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Oh.
I have a question for all three of y'all. What is y'all's favorite type of music and your favorite artist?
I listen to hip hop a lot. So like, I like rap, I like trap, I like. My favorite artist is a German artist. His name is Luciano, but probably nobody knows him here. You know him?
Yeah.
Really?
I do.
Damn, that's crazy. English artists, like American artists. Let me think. Roddy Ricch, do you know him?
I heard of him.
Yeah, I think he's a really nice artist. Like, I listen to his music a lot. He's a good one.
Cool.
Yeah, lately I've changed music style. I like rap a lot now, because everyone on the team listens to it too. I've really liked Hobson lately.
I listen almost like every type of music, but mostly when I practice and just playing the game, it's electronic music, EDM. Yeah. And favorite artist, I'm pretty sure no one knows because it's like a Russian artist. His name like Max Kors. So yeah.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you too.
Hi. Aside from Overwatch, which is each of y'all's favorite video game?
I don't really play anything besides Overwatch, to be honest. Probably Super Smash?
Nice.
Super Smash? Yeah, I think Super Smash.
So I've played a lot of games. Right now, probably Hearthstone, but in the past it was League of Legends. I've been playing a lot of Dota 2 auto chess. Just a lot of strategy games. I played StarCraft before.
I really like StarCraft, Dota to chess right now, and my favorite game is Half-Life. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Hello. I was wondering if y'all felt like you had a rivalry going on between any of the other teams in the league, or is there one that you want to develop a rivalry with in the future?
I think like every player had their own rivalry. Rivalry? Is that right? Okay, nice. For example, Masa and me, we had one against Paris, I think, because it's like EU players, and Masa has like ex-teammates there, so like he always really cares about like beating them, especially in scrims. Like he gets really mad if we lose against them. So yeah, I think every like player has their own rivalry.
I think as a team, the two rivalries I'd like to see right now are Philly, because we lost to them barely twice, and they're the compacts and Cox stuff. And then I think NYXL will be a rival in the future, because we beat them twice, and I'm pretty sure they want revenge.
Beat him 3-0.
He has everything said. Sorry.
Hey, so every time I've seen the Rain, they've done something unusual in one of the matches, like getting people over the wall in Hollywood, or like leaving a DMX slowly sliding down a roof above a doorway, or something like that. Where does that come from? Do you just have like a collection of weird stuff you practice, or?
I think like all comes to our players' mind. Like for example, the friend like he saw that on Reddit somewhere, and then he was like, "Wow, I gotta do that." And then like he talked for days about that, and then like he was so motivated before the game, and he kept talking about it, and then he did it. And yeah, I think it just comes through the head, and people just get ideas, and then they like try to do it in the game.
Thank you.
Yeah, all the compositions that come out that are unordinary, they're definitely a team thing and something we think of as a whole team and make a strategy around it. All the individual plays, I feel like it all comes down to the players feeling in that moment that they can do that. And we have a lot of playmakers on this team, so I'm sure they love to take every opportunity they can.
Yeah, we're just trying things, and sometimes see some stuff on Reddit somewhere, and just like test it. You know, maybe it works there. So change it a bit, like yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Hello again. I just want to know, what do you guys think is like the worst character in Overwatch? And like, if you got rid of them, like what character would you get rid of if it was up to you? Like
Break.
Yeah.
Oh.
Take it back.
I think every character is like pretty well designed in Overwatch, even Brig. But if I had to choose one, I would probably pick Orisa because the passive and non-moving playstyle is not as fun as like fast-moving and mobility playstyle. That's true. She is designed well.
Delete Sombra. Sombra is not cool. I don't like playing against Sombra as a flex support, I'm sorry. No.
Just play Brig. Forehead.
Just click heads for her.
So, all right.
God dang.
So, currently in PTR, there's the McCree buffs going on. What are y'all's opinion on it? Do you like it? Do you see it staying? Will it change the meta any?
I think in a future meta, maybe, but McCree gets rolled by Goats, and Goats is meta. So if 222 roll-lock becomes a thing, McCree might become way more viable because of that buff. But for now, even if it went live, I don't see him being played.
I think the buff is pretty broken right now, and it definitely has to get nerfed, in my opinion. I don't know how it's like gonna rule up against Goats, but like McCree's not a good pick against Goats, but like just like the character right now with this buff, I think it's way too overpowered.
I still haven't tried Kree, but I'm happy that he got buff because that's my main hero, one of my main heroes. So I'm a bit happy. I'm waiting to check it out.
I have a comment and a question. First comment, leave Orisa alone, you monster. But the question is, so you mentioned you used to play League of Legends, and I also like that game. Back when you did play a lot, what was your main? What was your favorite?
I used to almost one-trick Alistar, and I was Diamond 1.
Hello again. Have you guys been to any conventions in Europe?
I was on convention in Russia.
I've been to Gamescom in Germany.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah, that's a good convention.
I went to Dutch Comic-Con twice.
Nice. Appreciate it.
If you weren't playing professional Overwatch, what do you think you'd be doing if you weren't playing video games or in the video game industry?
I would be a normal person. I would.
Like me. Me too.
I would graduate. You know, I would try to graduate at least. I kind of, fall back to school because of gaming, sadly. But you know, if I wouldn't be here, I would just like do I don't know how you call it, like how do you call it when you try to learn a job? Like
Education?
not
Life.
education.
It's called life.
No, not life, not life. I don't know how you call it.
Apprenticeship.
A what? A train? Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. Like, for example, like IT, something like that. Like when you try to learn IT, like, how do you call it? Okay, yeah, that's it. I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but just like, you know, live a normal life.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I've told this story before, but I would be doing forensic IT because I was in my third year while playing. And then when I got called to Atlanta, I paused that study and came here. I would be doing my minor right now.
I'll be a professional sprinter track and field because I used to track and field in my childhood. So yeah, or IT. I really like something with connected computers. Yeah.
And one last question. What do you use in your hair, man?
I don't know.
Hopes and dreams of his enemies.
Where do you hope that the Atlanta Reign will be by the end of stage 4?
At number 1.
There you go.
I mean, of course, you know, it's always the goal to be the best, but it's probably not realistic that we get 1 right now because of all the undefeated teams. But, you know, we want to reach the playoffs, like the overall playoffs at the end. I think that's our main goal.
And then win the playoffs.
Yes.
Number 1, right.
So two-part question. Which do you think is more important, having teammates you really like so you have good team chemistry, or teammates that maybe you necessarily don't like but are very talented? That's one question. Which do you prefer? The second question, similar, is which do you think is more important?
I think more talented people. It depends, like how different, no? But yeah.
I think it needs to be a mixture where you need everyone to get along because internal struggle destroys teams, as have been seen by other teams. But I don't think you can just pick up 6 friends and do well. You still need really talented players, and sometimes they bounce and sometimes they don't. But I don't think your main motivator for picking up a player is because he won't start any arguments with any other players.
Yeah. So you don't pick through friendships. Like friendships come, if they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. But like at the end, it just matters that you're a good teammate and you're like looking for the best of the team. You know, like you're not selfish and stuff. I think that's the most important thing, and like that you're not toxic. You know, always striving to be the best.
So, what are each of your favorite heroes outside of the role that you normally play?
I have to think a little bit. And let go first, please.
Just favorite hero?
Yeah.
Outside of DPS. Huh. That's a real question. Okay. Zenyatta, I think.
Okay, I'll answer. I normally play main support when I do play rank, but I've been playing Zarya lately and losing a lot of SR.
I think my favorite hero outside of the support role would be McCree. McCree is very fun to play.
Thank you.
This is dumb. Who's your favorite caster when you're watching VODs? First of all, do you watch with the caster commentary on or off? And who's your favorite caster duo?
To be honest, I don't even know all the duels. I don't really like listen to all of the casters. Like I just watch the game. I just watch how he played, or like I just analyze the enemy. You know, I don't really pay attention to that. Most of the times I just mute the stream. So yeah, I don't have a favorite one or like something like that.
Yeah, when I'm rewatching, I definitely mute the stream. But when I watch it live, I like Wolf and Achilleos most because I think they are really analytical.
I agree with Kazors.
Is that it? Oh, no, it's
No.
not.
I guess first of all, I want to mention I'm Somber main and I'll still EMP you, but as in like, so hypothetically, if somehow Overwatch did hero bans, who would you sort of ban and be careful? Because if Diva's banned, then that'd cause a lot of problems.
I would ban Sombra. Then you cancel
Ouch.
and pay me.
Yeah, if you want to ruin the meta right now and you ban either Brig or Diva, you should be able to find counters to goats with other characters.
But won't there be like bunker comps with Baptiste?
Yeah, but then at least you're not playing goat.
Truer.
Yeah, I would ban, right? Yeah, ban Break. But it's like if we're talking about a real match, like a competitive match, I mean, in how many bans we have? Like, okay, for example, how many? Like 2 bans, I don't know, or 1 ban?
Let's just say like each team gets to ban 1.
Okay. I think. I would ban Lucio, maybe even. It's like if a real match, you know? Yeah, so it's like will be bad for team.
All right, thank you.
Hello again. Do you guys, well, we as fans normally get excited when we see a new hero. Do you guys get excited when you see a new hero, or do you automatically have to analyze and be like, oh, that's a problem, or I kind of like that, something like that?
Baptiste comes out. I have Dogman and Kodak both saying, I'm going to grind Baptiste in rank and you're going to let me play him. So yeah, they get really excited.
Yes, of course.
Yes, at the same time you're getting excited and like making analyze how it works. You're tasting with your teammates on PTR, like in what comp it will be played, and like this stuff.
And the game has speculated about different new heroes being released, something like Junker Queen or Athena or Maximilian. Do you guys have a hero that you would want in Overwatch?
I think the Junket Queen would be cool. Maybe she's the goats killer. Maybe she's the goats killer. Maybe she's stronger than Junkrat. Who knows?
Yeah, for sure. She'd be cool, and she was also like kind of expected when Hammond came out, and then suddenly Hammond came out. So I think people are still hoping that comes in.
I don't know.
Thank you.
I think you're confused. I think you mean Echo. Athena's not going to be a hero.
Wow.
So what is your favorite part of specific maps, right? So like a 0.1 on Hanamura, 0.2 on Anubis, or Night Market on Lijiang. Which one stands out to you? Which one do you enjoy playing the most? Take your time.
Probably 3rd point, King's Row, just because of the line of sights for flex support. Just because of that. And then are really useful there, so it's really nice.
I really like 2nd point Eichenwald because there's so many paths and strategies you can take on that map because it's such a big point that you really have to refine your strategy and think about what you're going to do on that map.
I like Nepal Shrine because there's like pretty nice to play on Sombra. I like play Sombra, hug people. So yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Okay, for a split second, I forgot my question, but here we go. What is the most? Is there someone? Okay. What is the most challenging team you've ever had to face so far, and why?
I feel like we felt the most hopeless when we were playing the Glads in stage 1 because we tried to throw a lot of stuff at them, and they were able to play like really well around all the stuff we threw at them. and they kind of swept us 4-0. Even though we felt we were still playing really well, they just played better.
Like in officials, it would be like I would agree with Cass. It would be Glads, but like in scrims, I would say Vancouver or Shock. Like Vancouver has a really weird style, and Shock's just like straight up like really good. So it's like frustrating to play against them. Yeah, you're gonna see. It's gonna be good for us, of course. But yeah, those are the three teams.
Yeah, I think it's Glads. I remember I was very sad after that loss. Loss.
Thank you very much for answering.
Thank you
for your question.
So my question's for Kodak. Your birthday's coming up, correct? What are you
Yes.
going to be doing for your birthday?
To be honest, I will probably be practicing. Yeah, there's not much to do here, to be honest. Like, I'm 18, I'm turning 19, so I'm not 21, I can't drink, I can't do anything here. In Germany I could, but like, here I can't, and I have work to do, so it's probably just practice, maybe a birthday cake or something like that.
Well, happy early birthday.
Thank you very much.
Is there a team that you're excited to play for stage 2? Or stage 3, sorry.
Not really.
Vancouver.
I'm really excited to play against Shock because I always like the opening game, and I think they're really good, so they'll definitely bring us to the limit, and I think we can do really well against them.
Hello. So, the anniversary event just came up. I wanted to know what was y'all's favorite skin from it.
Can you repeat the question?
The anniversary event for Overwatch. I wanted to know what was y'all's favorite skin from the skins that were released.
Oh, which skins have been released? I don't keep track of skins. Like,
You mean just skins heroes, right? It's the Toronto Rain skins, sure. They're looking nice.
What?
For an anniversary event.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't get it. Then I don't know.
No, which skins? Seriously, which skins have been released?
Had,
Is it like a soldier, right? I remember.
Yeah, it was a
Really nice.
Oh yeah, the Winston skin's
Ah,
awesome.
yeah. The
gargoyle
Winston
one.
one's good.
I
The
love
Winston
that
one.
one.
Nah,
Shit.
no brick, no brick.
I only use Atlanta Rain Break.
Nah, the Winston one's the best one.
So when y'all are relaxing, like during your own time, is there like a TV show or movie that you guys just enjoy watching, or that you'll binge? Could be any live action, anime, cartoons, horror.
I watched Game of Thrones, but the end was kind of disappointing. So I don't really want to talk about that. But I'm watching Chernobyl right now.
Oh yeah.
I think that series is really cool. Like I just started, but I think it's a nice series, and I will keep watching it.
Yeah, I finished Game of Thrones. Fun fact, Dogman just started watching him, so don't tweet him any spoilers. Wink, wink. And next to that, I love Deaf Robots. Been watching that for a while, and it's really good.
Such a great show.
I watch right now Netflix series Colony, I think it goes. I remember something like this, yeah. And usually I watch a lot of anime, but for past months I don't watch it. So because I didn't have time, I had vacation. So
Okay. Thank you.
thank you too.
I'm just gonna stand up. Now I gotta know, what's your favorite anime?
Hunter x Hunter.
Same. What's up? Xorus?
I really like the first 12 episodes of Sword Art Online. Yeah.
I agree, fully agree. Then it went bad.
But after that.
For me, it's Hunter x Hunter as well.
What's your favorite besides the panels and the meetups, what's been your favorite? What fun stuff have you guys done here at the con, either on the floor or what have you guys been looking in on that you guys liked?
I think all the time I talk with people, and it's really cool. I don't know. I'm enjoying this time just talk with people.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the arcade game. My favorite moment was when Larry, Kodak, and our content manager went and bought Spider-Man suits at one of the cosplay booths, and they put them onto the party yesterday, and it looked really good.
Probably meeting all the friends and like talking to all of you guys, and the drum thing, the drum game. I don't know how it's called, but yeah, that one was really fun. I enjoyed that one a lot.
Don't be afraid. The mic's right there.
Excuse me. Okay, this is my third time up here, so it's probably gonna be my last question. But I realized that PlayStation 4 Overwatch isn't as popular, maybe as keyboard and mouse Overwatch, and I'd like to ask: have any of you experienced playing on the PlayStation 4 when it comes to Overwatch, and do you sign controllers? That is my question.
I did play it a little bit, like on my PlayStation back home, but I didn't really enjoy it on PlayStation just because I'm not like a console guy. I think Gator actually like used to play Overwatch on console and then he switched back, like he switched to PC. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Gator was 4600 on console, and then he swapped to PC, and I think a lot of skills do transfer over. I personally have never played with a controller, but I'd be glad to sign yours.
Yeah, I never played Overwatch on console, but usually at home. I played in Rush home. I played FIFA, Mortal Kombat with friends. It's like.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I have a question. It's what is your least favorite map to play on in Overwatch?
Junkertown or Anubis, one of these two. I think they're both equal bad, so like I leave them at one level.
I don't like Full Sky just because of how extremely snowbally it is. Now, Blizzard did address the snowballing issue in the last patch, where you don't get the overtime spawned anymore from point 1, so maybe that will make the map a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, I don't like Volskaya too, and I'm trying to remember what else. But yeah, the most is I think it's Volskaya.
Okay, is that it? Last chance. No pressure. Okay, I think we'll wrap it up there. Oh, yeah, go.
Thoughts on Havana?
That's the new map.
Oh.
He just wants to click heads, okay.
That's okay.
I even don't know how it looks, Havana. So I don't remember.
You know how you find out a map these days? You go into custom game workshops and then you play the jumping puzzles. And I played it on Havana and I figured out all the cool spots. I really like the map. It kind of reminds me of Rialto with some of the open points. I think it'll be a good map.
Didn't get the chance to play it yet.
It's okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you guys again. We really love you. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out. I think we will hang out here for a little bit or outside the door and make sure to sign all your guys' stuff and talk to you guys for a little bit. We'll all make sure and be happy to take the time to do so. Thank you all so much for coming.
Thank you guys.